Welcome to another episode of Rugged and Real. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm actually really good. But I don't have like any like details as I always would. So maybe we should just go right into
Yeah, let's just
what
get
we're
right
what we're
into
talking
it.
about today. Okay, guys. So what we're talking about today is um it's quite regular. It's regular. I put out like a Q&A on Instagram for people to tell us like one lesson that stood out to them in their 20s. And maybe from there we can talk about. Oh, really? How are you?
I'm actually excited, excited for everything I have planned out for this period and season.
Yeah.
I'm working on some new outfits I'm trying to make for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to wear them, style them, post them, get some people to buy it and all of that because that's the most important part. For every teaser, yeah, you're just expecting somebody to be like, oh, I want this clothes, and yeah,
Yeah. I think fashion design is such a hard thing.
I agree.
Yeah. But I also see how I probably thought about it that like this is something I would also like to do at some point in the
I think you
future.
should try it.
Yeah. It's a lot of groundwork though. Like you need to want to do it for a really long time, and commit to it. But I think I even have so many other things going on in my life, like, like a whole career to deal with, like even like other like side things. But I think if I had time, or maybe even like a partner, I mean like a business partner, I think fashion design, or if somebody told me that like ADD, like I have this fashion or business idea and they brought it to me, and if they were looking for somebody, I think I would, I mean, consider the opportunity.
Yeah,
If
I
anything.
think there's this thing that fashion people do. They partner with like a celebrity or an influencer for a
Mm-hmm.
particular collection.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
yeah, I've
get
seen
to
people do it.
you
Like
so
even on like NAKD,
exactly?
like the apps I shop on,
Yeah,
right? I've seen, where they have like an influencer edition kind of
yeah,
thing,
and you
like
work with them.
regular ready to wear outfits.
Exactly, and you work with them
Um,
to develop the outfit,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and then
mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm.
market it. You get some percentage out of the sale and all
Yeah,
of that.
it's just that I'm first in 95 and then you're like,
Fair enough.
anyway, but good stuff.
And even by the way, how is your writing going? Your 100-day writing challenge.
Holy Ghost, take over. But it's going well. It's going really well. It's going really
Okay.
well. Let's talk about today's subject. I put out this thing on Instagram where I asked people what's one lesson that stood out to them in their 20s. So we don't have so much time, but let's talk about some of the things people have said. Like one person here said, one of the lessons that stood out to them in their 20s is not comparing their journey to others. And I agree. I think for me as well. Because, like, in your teen years, you're still working on identity, you're still drawing inspiration from many other people, maybe like how they live life and, many things. But your 20s is where you start to define your own self. You start
From
to
your own
you start to
identity.
become the inspiration.
Yeah.
You start to become the inspiration. Like the other day, I was trying to do a Pinterest board visualization of myself, of who I am at my core, and it was it was really hard to get like very specific photos that could define me or that could represent even like certain parts of myself. I couldn't find more than three or something, and for a whole like Pinterest. Maybe I wasn't searching right. But in my teen years, I feel like there are other things I've put on that board to just like throw there, like
Yeah.
like this,
You'd
this,
have more
yeah, more
inspiration
inspiration
than
kind
you
of thing. Yeah,
currently
yeah, yeah.
do.
But and I'm not even saying getting inspiration is comparing. Like no, that's very different. They're on very different pathways. Comparing is letting how someone else live their life to completely make you feel some kind of way about your own, or like instigate some feelings, maybe in a good way, but many times in a not so great way. you know, in my 20s, maybe I also don't spend a lot of time on social media, right? This, I think I stopped spending too much time on social media some 4 years ago, where I would go off ever so frequently. So comparison in my life is very limited. So yeah. How
Yeah,
about you?
so are you saying that social media is the reason why a lot of people
I feel like it's
compare
amplified.
themselves?
I feel like social media has amplified that trait in many people. And another thing is social media has a way. I was talking about this in like previous episodes where social media has a way of compressing time. And social media has a way of making you think that you're on the same page in destiny with someone that's in your 30s or 40s, and you're just 20 years old or maybe 22 years old or 23 years old, but you're looking at the life of someone who is way ahead of you, and you're thinking, how I wish what.
I definitely agree with you on the Irish words.
But yeah, but yeah, what do you think about like comparison though?
Yeah,
It's one
I
lesson some of
definitely
them
even
have.
agree that social media did a bulk of the comparison thing that goes on right now, because you're comparing your own planting season with another person's harvesting season.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm in my twenties and my planting years, my trying years. I'm just trying, I'm just
Yeah,
showing
showing up.
up. But then my 30s, I'm reaping the fruit of my trying,
Maybe
and
not
my
even yet.
okay, maybe not yet, but I would imagine that if
You see
I've
more
tried
results.
for
I get what you
exactly,
mean.
I
Yeah.
see more results, because I would imagine that if I try for 10 years consistently, at the end of the other 10 years, like at least my late 30s, even my mid 30s should be brighter,
Significant. Yeah.
and would be brighter than my 20s.
You would have more results if you better put. Actually, you're right. Um, another person here said friendship as an adult takes a lot of work. You have to be intentional about everything.
I agree. 10 over 10. 10 over 10.
Up and off.
No, I agree.
I agree that it takes a lot of work, but I also agree that people also make friends with people that make friendship a lot of work for them.
Okay, I also agree.
Because, like, yes, friendship does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of intentionality. But I remember there was a time where I was in a friendship where so much that I didn't have was required of me. Why?
Fair enough.
That was not a friendship. Like, God had to get me out of that. So, so while friendship as an adult takes a lot of work, it's also important for us to make sure the work is in a place where those people are actually your friends and then they actually like you, and you're putting that level of intentionality in the right place. And many times, I mean, any kind of relationship requires a lot of effort
To thrive.
to thrive. Yes, I agree with you. But just make sure like you're sowing your seeds in the right soil.
I get a point, and I also even agree with that. Because I mean, sometimes you can be friends with people and you are performative because it is them. They want you guys to maybe go out. They want you guys to plan a trip, and then probably you earn 300k. You cannot plan a trip to Morocco with 300k. Maybe if you
300K
save
naira.
yeah, 300k naira. Maybe if you
That's like
save
£150 or something.
yeah, that's like 150, even less now.
Yeah.
Maybe if you save over time, and even when you save over time, that's not what you want to use your savings to do, right? Because you probably want to do other things that are important to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be stressful if you guys are not aligned. You're not necessarily going towards the same direction and all of
Yeah.
that.
Someone also said, you really may never have it all figured out, so don't overplan, but execute fast. That way, you learn what you don't want, even if you're not certain about other parts of life.
Yeah, I'm definitely a big I'm definitely a big fan of fast execution, because it allows you to also learn fast. But I'm now also learning not just to execute, but execute very well, because we are now in a time and age that, although people tell you to show up, but it doesn't matter now if you show up. It now matters how you show up.
Well, you show up.
Yes, exactly. How well you show up. Normally it was just about, oh, do it, just do it. But now it's no longer about, oh, do it or just do it. How you do it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fast execution can sometimes cripple that,
Cripple your
if you don't have enough,
systems.
if you don't have enough resource, can cripple how well
You're
you
able
would have
to
done it if
execute
you
things.
took more time.
Yeah.
It just depends.
I think being a corporate girl.
You're such a corporate girly, a 9 to 5,
I think being a corporate girl, there's a part where, and in a kind of corporate world I have worked in, we execute. It's first excellence before fast.
Yeah. Where for me, it's first fast before excellent. But now you now have to try to merge the two, because by the time you're still thinking about a design,
someone else has done it.
Someone else has done it. Not just someone else has done it, they've even done it in other colors. Even people are even getting tired of wearing it. There's now another design.
Yeah.
It's a fast-paced world.
Fair enough, actually. Someone here is saying, I don't really understand this one. Someone here said, wrongly thinking I could walk and chew and wanting to be thriving at everything, I think. One goal at a time. So they're saying, I don't really understand this. Let me just skip it. But I think what they're trying to say is wrongly thinking I couldn't walk and chew, doing two things simultaneously. So maybe before they think
and be successful at it.
So maybe before they think like they have to do one thing per time, but like now they know that like they can.
I think it's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
Before they felt they could do multiple things and succeed, but now they realize that is
wrongly thinking I couldn't walk and chew.
I see what you mean.
So meaning like that means you're thinking now they can walk and chew.
Like you can eat your cake and have it kind of thoughts.
No, I don't think say it's literally the same thing.
Yeah, of course.
But like they can do two hard things at the same time. That's how I imagine that.
Depends on your strength.
This one is a major one. It says knowing when to keep quiet as an oversharer, and I had to learn this the hard but necessary way.
Yeah. I think for me, when it comes to
shut up.
I think for me, when it comes to sharing, what I do now is that I pay attention to the kind of things this person also share with me.
Yeah.
Because I can always have deep conversations with you. I can always tell you deep things about myself. But all you discuss with me are light-headed, ephemerals, light-headed things. Like, oh, you're trying to go to this restaurant is never serious. So I feel like I know you, but I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I reflect a lot.
Yeah.
I journal. So because I reflect and I journal, I also think about what you should, if I consider you as a close friend, I also think about you. Even when I'm just alone in my room, I can just think about you randomly and I can just think about other things about you. So when I'm able to say that, this person, there's never really much, it means that,
how the friendship
maybe I'm talking too much.
It was after like 2 years. I was so dumb.
2 years. I don't blame you, don't worry. Don't judge me.
No, we speak every day. So it felt like we had so much to say.
Mm-hmm.
But it was later I realized that, wait. Wait. I just realized that something like this babe doesn't really share with me as much as I share with her. Because I couldn't really, like, I was like, she knows this about me, she knows this about me, but I don't know this about her, I don't know about her. And I had to like, recalibrate to be like, wake up, like, it's not the same.
And it was in the place of reflection we were able to pick that. Just reflecting. Okay, the spirit.
That opened my eyes.
That opened your eyes.
Yeah. I wouldn't say when I got to know that I was really thinking about it. It was just like they had spent some time with me, and it just occurred to me that like, wait,
right, Bob.
Yeah, just like wait. Number one, this person doesn't really like me. Number two, so I had to just think that what was this entire like 2 years kind of friendship thing for? But yeah, I had to learn how to keep quiet, and I'm still learning how to keep quiet. Well, for me, I think there's also the part where I had something to prove. Or I felt like I had something to prove, or I had a way to be right. Maybe something like a year or 2 years ago. But where God has brought me to now, it's like, boy, I only have something to prove to my God, of which he even already sees me, So I don't really have anything to prove to anybody anymore. I'm not trying to be in your good books. I'm not trying to be in your bad books either. I'm just trying to be me. And I'm just trying to do the things I truly enjoy. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And because maybe the yapping too much is also a need to make the other party, your friend, feel like something is actually going on for you.
Yeah, for you, yeah.
And you are not behind
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah. Like, where God has brought me to right now is, if there's something going on for me, or which is nearly even impossible at different points in your life, like there's always one thing, something going on for you. But even if there's nothing going on for me, I don't need to look like or pose like I have many things going on for me. Like, for who and why?
If it's a friendship, you shouldn't
even feel like that. Yes, which is the truth. This is a really good one. By the way, just to say the question again, is one life lesson that stood out in your 20s. This person said, whatever God promises, he fulfills.
If he made a promise, he would keep it. He's a promise keeper.
Yeah, the promise keeper. This has to be like a revelation.
No, he's a promise keeper.
No, I'm saying that like this has to be this person I wrote this probably.
Oh yeah, like a light bulb event. Like, oh my God, you are faithful and you're true.
And I think it's important for everybody to have this moment of God's faithfulness and the fact that God is actually, like, he keeps his promises, because it will help you on days when maybe it seems like it's taking a little longer.
Yeah.
And okay, this one is similar but in a different way. The person says, I cannot outrun the growth process set for me by God if I want his way and his will. This is so deep. This is a whole podcast conversation.
Yeah, because sometimes even mistakes are necessary. Like, I would always share with you that I've learned that I cannot say I'm wise if I was never foolish.
Mm-hmm.
The wisdom I have now is because of the mistakes I've made and my foolishness.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that you are wise if you were never foolish, or if there were things that you did not get right.
Yeah. I cannot outrun the growth process set for me by God. Because yes, like, there's so much. God is a God of process. And that process is supposed to grow you. That process is supposed to mature you for whatever it is that is, and for everybody's kind of destiny, or whatever it is God has ordained for you. There is a growth process that you. When I said bro, it's like I remember I'm looking at my own life and I'm like, yeah, but it's also messy and it's also like a good thing, like the Lord putting you through a process that would help you grow to be able to carry his will. For me, is messy. Before, it looks like delay, but now it doesn't look like delay anymore. It looks like messy.
Yeah, because while you were speaking, I could think about Joseph.
Yeah.
The word of the Lord tried Joseph, and made sure that he was fit. He was ready. He was ready to be that prime minister.
Yeah. Because it was after the word that tried him.
Yeah.
That the king sent for him
to lose him.
Yeah. Another person said, what you don't learn the first time will continue coming back as a lesson. Yes. It's happened to me as a person. It's happened to me as a third party. It's happened to me as an observer in another person's life. Like what I'm by that is, I've seen it in my own life. Like what I did not learn, the Lord was trying to teach me, maybe just between the Lord and I. But also seeing that what I did not learn about what the Lord was trying to teach me about other people comes back as a lesson again. Do you get what I mean? Like if God is trying to say this, pay attention to this thing, pay attention to this person, X, Y, Z. If I don't learn it, I will continue to learn it till I learn it.
Even through other people.
Yeah, it's crazy. I really agree with this. What you don't learn the first time will continue to come back as a lesson. Okay, what do you think, Lola? You agree?
I agree.
This person says, okay, we're going to take two more. This person says, honestly pray about everything. It will save you from stuff.
Yeah. Like prayer is the master key. And when prayer is not the master key, it becomes the hand that holds the key.
Yeah.
So you
What's
must.
your problem now? What?
I heard it from AJS, and it stuck with me that pray about everything.
Yeah.
Even the scripture say pray always with all prayer and supplication.
Make
So
your request. Yeah, I agree with you. Pray about everything, because everything you commit to the Lord in prayer is like everything coming to the Lord in prayer is like you've put it in the hands of God. He will move on that.
yeah,
He will take responsibility with you. He will tell you what and how and where, whatever it is, whatever factor is embedded into whatever it is you've committed to him. He will bring it to your life. Like, it's just. I think it's a beautiful thing when you learn to commit things into the hands of God. Because what you've committed into the hands of God, He will take care of. Like He will oversee. So
and even also understanding and believing that truly this physical realm is as a result of what has happened spiritually, like a baby of what has happened spiritually. Just like
yeah, and then that prayer is what you can use to change things or set things in motion. Okay, the last one we'll take for today is somebody has said life does get better.
I agree. I still made a post that it gets better, just don't die. Because if you die, how are you going to know that it gets better?
Yeah, I agree. The life does get better. It gets better each day. I remember um when I was like in the mid of grief years back, and there was this particular day I was when somebody was hopeless. I think that was my very first time losing hope and not being able to see any possibility in my future. Like it happened on a particular. I think it was maybe on a Thursday or something. Like that day was some December in 2020. It was crazy. And looking back now, 2026, I'm like, yeah, what if I had taken some extreme actions then just because I couldn't see that, the tension would get lighter, the grief would ease. I'll look back at that time with joy in my heart, or maybe not even joy that all of that happened, but
Definitely.
the joy that, oh, God could really carry me, and even just reflection and learning, or even gratitude to have even gone through that experience and come out with the wisdom that I have now, or to have met the person I met at the time, like all of those beautiful things, like, yeah. So life does get better, and you're able to look back on hard things, or like hard seasons, and be like, wow, that didn't take me out and I'm better for it.
Yeah, and even the scripture says that the path of the just is as a shining light that shines brighter and brighter until the perfect day.
Yeah.
So our life will continue to get better till Jesus comes.
Yeah.
It will never be like a better yesterday.
And even this also reminds me of even the scripture of all things
Exactly, work together for the good
And
of them that
if
love
things
God.
are working together for your good, that means that there's better in view.
There's better in view.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that away.
Like there's better in view. But yeah, we've come to the end. There's still one more question though, but like I think this has to be a whole episode with what they asked. So yeah, maybe we'll get into it another time, and then we'll wrap this up here so it doesn't get too long. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope you watch again, and you watch again, and you watch again, and you subscribe to Ragadario. Okay.
See you next time.
Take care.
Bye.